today we are taking Teddy Bear out to Aylesford, where he has been for a little bit of jumping before, but the aim of the game today is to go and jump some cross-country fences. This is Red, my unbacked 4-year-old who was bred out of our amazing Ramiro B mare, Diamond. Red has exceptional breeding for eventing, with his dad being 5-star event stallion Le Points de Bois. He has spent his first 4 years of life out in the field, playing with his peers, which means he is totally unspoilt and now ready to start working life. We are on a journey taking Red right from the start to hopefully his first event. Okay, so the lorry is all loaded, set up, ready to go. Teddy's had a nice little tidy up clip this morning. He didn't really need a full clip, but he had had some hair grow where he had some scabs and he looked a bit patchy. So we've tidied all that up. Oh dear, Maggie's being a dragon. But that's all sorted. You've also had a few hours in the field. It is very windy today. I have some new microphones, so we will be putting them to the test out in the wind. But I'm going to get his stuff on and get him in and gone because I've got a lesson to teach before Teddy's session there. So we've got busy, lots to do.
I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me.
I got a pocket full of treaties so that Teddy goes on the lorry. He's not loaded since for a month, so we'll see what he says going on the box. Okay, it's official. He's a pro. He's literally just walked straight on, and I've not even widened the petition for him today. Done it, you good boy. You want sweeties, or are you too excited? This is our little sweeties, always. Right. Boy, let's get on the road. Huge thank you to the sponsors of this video. The Resona Health Vibe is a pocket unit that uses pulsed electromagnetic field technology. PEMF can help stimulate and repair your body's cells. This is done via improving circulation, which can therefore help reduce inflammation and promote healing. Now, this is a proven method of therapy. It has many published papers behind it. The reason I am stood with this delinquent is because he was my first one that I thought would be really useful to use it on. Now, Flinty is 23 years old. He has been suffering a little bit with getting a bit stiff, a bit arthritic-y. But I've been testing out the Resona Health on him, and I've been really pleasantly surprised with the results. He's already seeming a lot looser, which is fantastic. So I'm gonna keep on going with it. Imagine with him, if I put anything in reach of him to take off, he would. But the great thing is, this just straps to his neck and then I can leave him. So I've also used it on all the other horses because I can just set the setting off. There's loads of different settings. I like to use the general inflammation setting. Mum and I have also tried it, and both of us have seen different benefits. So I definitely think that is something I will be continuing with and something that is worth a try. If you would like to try one yourself, check the link in my bio and let me know how you get on. Okay, lesson number 1 done. I've taught it. Phil's had his lesson. I did not film anything because the weather out there is diabolical. So you better be a good boy, Teddy Bear. You are a good boy. So I'm going to get him tacked up now and we will get going.
I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me.
Hello and welcome to the voiceover. Now, I was really hoping that I wouldn't have to do too much voiceovering, and that I'd been really clever with my new fancy microphones and that you guys could just listen to it in real time. However, Evie, in a hurry between finishing teaching Phil and needing to tack Teddy up and knowing that I was going to be getting on quite a fresh horse in the wind, must have made some sort of mistake setting my microphones off. So unless you want a lesson that sounds like this, we're going to have to cope with a voiceover. So I just made a start getting Teddy worked in. I didn't really walk him around the arena very much because it was so wild. I just thought best just to jump on him. And he was a really good boy, bless him. He had his back up at the start, but that was it. And then he just got on and got some work done. If you've known Teddy from before backed and watched the whole series, you know that he gets quite a lot of sweeties while I'm riding him because I don't know, I spoil him rotten, but you can see he's a super good boy. He's only been backed for a little while. He's now had a 3-week break and then just a week coming back into work where I think I've had him in the school once and then I've hacked him all week, and then the day before this, so on Saturday, I popped him over just a couple of fences just to check he remembered what he was doing before we went to our arena hire. And of course, Teddy being Ted, he had definitely remembered what he was doing, and then we came to this arena hire. He's certainly come back pretty forward thinking and really keen to get on with the job, which is fantastic. It was, like I say, blowing a gale, and he was cracking on and being a really good boy. The extra people you can see stood in the arena. So Rose is in the dark green Equidry. I feel like we're repping Equidry today. This is not sponsored. They were just obviously very good coats for Mum and Rose, given the horrific weather. So Rose is actually the person who has Diamond on loan, my beautiful mare, who's now a brood mare, and who has bred Teddy, and then of course Diamond's other children. So this is Rose's first time seeing him since I've backed him. I just invited her to come and visit, and she was a great help all day, and it was lovely for him to get to see her to get to see him. The other person in the arena is Phil, the very, very tall person, and he very kindly hung back after his lesson to give us a hand with just changing the jumps a little bit. So as you can see, I had a work in. I've not left too much of it in because I don't want you guys to get bored, but you know the drill: walk, trot, canter, turns, circles, transitions. Then I went over the trot poles we had out, and then I went over the first fence, and he was a really good boy. You can see he had a bit of a look, but he's a lot more bold these days. Like at one point he was sort of like stopping in front of jumps, he was stopping over poles, like he just needed more time to reassess, whereas now he really is cracking on and starting to know the job. His canter's starting to come really good. He is getting quite strong, so he needs quite a lot more flat work schooling to improve that, but we can do that. This is his first jump really in 4 weeks, and his first time back out on the lorry in 4 weeks, and he just is loving life, which is just amazing. I also think, so obviously we've come back to Aylesford. He came to Aylesford for his first proper time out jumping, really. So he did that at the start of this year. So I'd like to say there's probably 2 months or 6 weeks in between this, and he's had a 3-week break in between. And the progress he has made is immense. And I didn't know how much we were going to manage to get done on this day, because if I tell you, I actually felt physically ill when I got home after this weather. And to be honest, it was one of those things, if I'd realised how bad it was going to be there before I set off, we wouldn't have gone. But he was getting on with it anyway. But I did just think, you know, if he can't settle in the weather, then we'll just do a little bit of what we've done before and we'll not do any extras, because I think that would be fair. But Teddy, being the little superstar legend that he is, he just got on with it like a pro, which is really heartening, because there could be a day where we turn up and the weather's really bad at a competition, and I know that he would go and try his best. So he's being so super clever, bit green, bit leapy over some of the jumps, but he's very forward thinking, and he's going and he's being a good boy. So you know the drill. I'm just popping him over stuff until he settles down. He's already relaxing a little bit and he's popping over these fences quite nicely. He's definitely found his jump. He's really, really springy. So I just have to sort of sit tight and let him do his popping. But I really don't mind as long as he goes from A to B in a perfectly reasonable fashion without depositing me anywhere, which he is. He's being a really good boy. And he's getting really brave through things. So, as always, I stop and give him a break and he gets a walk around. I have cropped most of it out because I just, I want to keep this video moving forward to keep it interesting. But he always gets lots of time just to chill out in between doing stuff where we just walk around. He knows this is normal. I'll stop and chat. Look at that. I've got a little microphone on my jacket, but did I hook it up? No, I did not. Probably didn't switch it on or something. Who knows? Anyway, now I think we're just adding a few extra bits in. Are we jumping a little bit more? Let's see. Oh, we're cantering. Let's see. Oh yes, there's an extra jump up and he's just soaring over it. Still a bit wiggly with the straightness, but we can work on that. That's absolutely fine. I just like to leave it in so you guys can see how he's progressing, because I think I'm really proud of how he's progressing. But it does show that it just takes time with stuff. He's getting really bold. Like I say, he is getting a bit strong, so brakes are sometimes slightly lacking. So I'm staying in a straight line until he slows down occasionally. And we're just building up from there. So now cantering through the double. This was quite short-strided once there was another fence up. But it's good for him to learn just to contract himself, because he is a big lad. He's got to be at least 17 hands now, and we think he's grown. But we're not putting a measuring stick on him. The last I measured him, he actually only measured 16.3. So that is actually what he is in my head. I know it's lower lies because he's got to be 17 hands now, but hey-ho. But yeah, he's got to learn how to coordinate his legs. And actually, for a horse of his size, at his age and schooling level, he is super coordinated and light on his feet, which is amazing. We've obviously changed this second fence to an oxer, and he used to be very lucky at oxers, but he is not now. He just soars over them, which I'm really proud of. Yet another walk break going on, and I think we've added some fillers in now, so I didn't know how he would react with those, but he's done fillers now. So I do try to, once he's done something, that's it, he can crack on and he can do it. So big canter, then I'm thinking, oh wait, get a bit close. He really doesn't mind. He makes, we think that oxer was about 80ish. He makes everything look minuscule. I'm not too worried about the height of fences at the moment, to be quite honest, because that isn't the issue for him. Scope isn't the issue. Steering, straightness, balance, confidence, they're the things that are the issue. They're the things that we need to work on. So we had a big wiggle there and just kicked the fence down. No biggie, but it's just all those bits that he needs to learn about before I worry about the fences going too high. Very clever. That was his first time through the double. Now I'm trying to get him back and he's swishing his tail and saying, no, mummy, I want to go faster. And I'm going, Teddy, you've got to turn. And that blue fence, we'd stuck some fillers under as well. And he just doesn't care, which is great. That's where I wanted to get him to, because at certain stages, he was really lucky. Like, you changed where a pole was underneath the jump and he was like, oh my God, that's moved. So now that he just kind of goes, it's a jump, that is a really good mindset for him. Really clever through this little double. And then we went to go play with some cross-country jumps.
Yes, he liveries with us. It's an A ditch. Yeah. If not, I've got the lunch line. There you go.
So last time we came to Aylesford, he did a couple of steps and ditch and water. So I thought I'd start with the ditch. Obviously last time I did it in hand to start off with, but I thought this time he's learnt it. So technically in the laws of Teddy world, once he's done something once, he tends to pretty much remember everything. So I thought, let's just try straight away from on board. As you heard Mum say, if not, we had the lunge line on the lorry, so it wasn't an issue. But he was fine. He was really great. I tried to give him lots of time to see what he's doing. I'm not trying to get over things with speed. I'm just letting him figure it out. Now, time for the first solid jump. Now, this arena is really tricky because it's quite tight up the top, but the fences were the smallest little fences. So I was like, that is the best jumps to start off with, but it is hard having to jump right alongside a fence line. So I asked Mum and Rose just to stick a guide rail up, and he was really good with that. He just popped straight over, which was amazing. And then we added in the little yellow pipe, and he was really, really super. We had a couple of moments where he was just a bit wiggly, so I got Mum and Rose to help me with that last fence, but you'll see we managed to start stringing everything together. It's also hard, I think. I much prefer to jump fences with flags on them, because that helps keep them straight, or wings. But obviously that wasn't an option, and I wasn't about to go starting with the big jumps or the corners. So he now gets quite keen, and you'll just see here the straightness issue I had. We kind of jumped it, but kind of not. So we just turned around and said, let's just actually go in the middle. And he was like, okay then. And a bit like what I was saying, the whole size of everything really isn't an issue. I'm there trying to give him a sweetie now, and he's like, Evie, this is not the time for sweeties. This is the time for me to be a big bad cross-country horse. So can we just get on with this and go and jump some more cross-country jumps and not do sweeties? Thank you very much. So going to go jump it the other way now. He's like, ping, easy peasy lemon squeezy, and I think he's really enjoying it, actually, bless him. And that last one had the V rail on the wrong side, and even that he did great. So I didn't push it because we'd already jumped like a course of fences and done a ditch and everything, so this little line of fences was plenty for today. We might have managed to do a bit more if the weather had been a little bit better, but I think this was fine, because it definitely did feel like this day, like someone had pushed the accelerator down and it got stuck down. So I'm trying to make sure that he'd sort of jumped stuff steadily and was actually looking at what he was doing was slightly more challenging than it can be sometimes. But anyway, he was a really good boy. Like, you can't say he wasn't a really good boy. So back to the water, I literally just walked him through it twice, and he was like, yeah, easy, and then cantered him through it. And then Mum wanted to finish. She was like, yep, that's good. He's been a really good boy. Let's finish here. And I was like, shall we just try the crocodile?
Is that going to be it?
Shall we try the crocodile?
It's up to you. I was thinking I'd leave it. He's been really good. She gets a bit keen. Okay, well, shut up. She knows a horse.
I'm going
Honey, we're home, and Teddy is desperate to get into his stable. Oh, buddy, you're a good lad. Oh, he says I sweated a little. Can I take your head cover off? You stood on your lead rope. That's it, there you go. Good boy. There you go. Oh, you need a wee. He says I'm desperado. Protect my privacy though. Good boy. Oh, bless him. You've been a good boy. Haven't you? We are home. Teddy was an excellent boy. The weather was not excellent. And had I realised that... What was your view on the weather, Mum?
No, I can't say that on camera.
Can't be too rude. Yeah, it was so very, very unpleasant. It hadn't been great at this end, but it definitely got worse as we travelled, worse while we were there, and I was starting to consider my life choices and why on earth we were out training while I was teaching Phil, let alone on Teddy. But we decided to give it a go and see how it'd get on, and despite the horrific weather, Teddy was a super duper good boy, which I'm really proud of because he is really just coming back from his holiday. Obviously you've already watched the videos by now, but I know I'm editing it with a voiceover because I had a bit of a look, and either I got something wrong with my microphone, which I think I might have, but also the wind was just so bad. It just wasn't feasible. Like, I've listened to it, you can't hear a thing other than... So, yeah, but anyway, Teddy was a superstar. He jumps solid jumps now. I'm very proud of him. So I'm now going to go get my ponies put to bed. I'm glad I brought you in before we left, okay? She says, I'm glad you are too. I'm glad you did too, I am. You're a good girl. So anyway, going to go put my horses to bed. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I will catch you very soon.
Dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, dance, dance.